Ko te vi. Ko te vi. So this is a long vowel. Ko te vi, right? Because what?
Dagish Fort?
Dagish. Is it Dagish Fort?
Oh, no, Lenin.
Okay. And Holland. Here it's long vowel. Usually Holland vowel is longer, but this is considered to be long. So this shiva that follows this long vowel will be vocal. If it's after short vowel like patach, it will be actually what? Silent. Okay. Is that clear so far, or am I losing you guys? Okay. The next one, comments and comments hatuf. First rule, comments hatuf occurs only in a closed and unaccented syllable. Example. This is read as chokhmah. Chokhmah. Wisdom. In Russian language, chokhmah means a joke, smart joke. So I think maybe they took it out, adapted from Hebrew, from Yiddish. As you see, this is closed syllable. Why is it closed? Because second syllable does not have a pronounceable or vocalized vowel. Right? And I'm sorry, I pronounced this chokhmah, it's actually chokhmah. So the last syllable is accented. So you see it's unaccented because according to regular rules of Hebrew, if there's no accent marks anywhere on the word, it should be accented on the last syllable. Right? Okay, so it's unaccented.
Oh,
Then you have following syllable, which does not have a vocal vowel sound, which also makes this preceding or pro-tonic syllable closed. And that's where you pronounce it as o instead of a.
Isn't the cough part of the first syllable?
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Oh,
Yeah, the circle, that's it.
well, I just
so
said.
Because
You
the
can't- you
shiva
can't-
is not pronounced.
Yeah, you can visually split it into second syllable, but second syllable has to have what?
A vowel, it doesn't.
A vowel, right? So this is part of the first syllable. That's the second syllable. It's actually pretonic, not proper tonic. It's pretonic because there's no vowel. That's not a vowel sound. It's just the sign.
Yeah, the two feed each other because the comments hatuf, to be a comment hatuf, would have to have no vowel after the next consonant. But the shiva would only be silent if the first letter was short. So they fed each other on that.
Yeah. So you see how two rules kind of coexist with each other. There is logic in there somewhere, but you just have to
That's a cool
move along.
We like logic.
Number two, rule number two. The comments prefers an open pre-tonic syllable or a closed accented syllable. If you want to have an ah sound, it prefers to be in an open pre-tonic syllable or in a closed accented syllable. So what would be example for that? Davar, for example, right? Ah?
tick.
We're viewing this particular one. Okay? Since there are two comments there, we'll view the second one. one is what? Accented or unaccented?
Accent.
Accented.
Yeah, the second one's accent.
Okay, is this open or closed?
Open.
That.
So
Ah,
it's an off.
Nah.
Yeah.
So they're both comments.
the one.
Huh? Yeah, they're both comments.
That one's a comment, so two.
Which one?
The one on the left.
No, why?
I'm sorry, on the right.
No, they're both comments. You know why? Because in order for it to be comments, hatuf, it has to be in a closed syllable. That means there's no pronounceable vowel letter following it. There's no such a thing here. There's pronounceable vowel letter following it, so it's not closed.
Gotcha.
It's not accented, but it's in an open syllable. See? In another instance, it could be a closed syllable, but it will be accented. So it also will not follow the rules of the comments
Which
hatuf.
is the second syllable there.
Yeah. Okay, rule number 3. Method is a small symbol that is used to mark the comments hatuf. Okay? If you see this in the Bible, this little sign here, this little vertical line by the comments, that would mark comments hatuf. The only instances when this is done is when there's obscurity in reading and it's not easily distinguishable whether it's an open or closed, accented or unaccented syllable. That's why Masoretes put definite sign of comments hatuf there, so you won't get misled. Yes.
Is that on the right side or the left side of the comments?
It's supposed to be on the left. But why not use that all the time then?
Well,
It's like,
So it'll only be on the one.
but it's,
yes.
I think.
Try to keep you
maybe
honest.
You said it backwards.
Huh?
It says the method occurs with comments and not with comment hatuf. Send it there.
It says method is a small.
Yeah, go halfway down, basically.
Yeah.
In terms of vowel identification, the method occurs with the comments and not with the comments.
That's
hatuf.
right. That's right.
So the opposite.
Yeah, that's I was thinking. Yeah, it is the opposite. If you see that, that means everything indicates that it should be pronounced as comments hatuf, closed syllable, unaccented. But Masoretes wanted to be a comments sound, so they put low method there. You should read it like they wanted to. Otherwise, you'll be improperly reading the scriptures, and they will rise from the dead and slap you on your mouth. Did you get it?
No.
Just late in the evening. What?
Is it written wrong?
Yeah, it's written wrong, so.
They screwed up.
Well, that was written by me.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
It's the small bit.
I thought it was the book.
Don't apologize, Eric. Don't apologize.
Yeah. Well, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I said, my name is not Jesus and I don't know everything. And I probably was typing that late at night and messed it up. All right. Furtive pathach. That was, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Before they blow it.
When a word ends in hef or ein, a pathach may appear beneath this consonant and must be pronounced and transliterated before the guttural. So let's look at that. Let's see. We have a few examples here. That is an exception. One of the exceptions to the rules. So we have bo, re. How do you read this?
Korea.
Borea. That's right. Not boreja, but borea. And the reason why is because it's called furtive pathach. Because you cannot tolerate in Hebrew two vowels following one after the other. It's still written according to the rules of Hebrew grammar, but it's pronounced different due to vocal tradition. It will get clear when you read the chapter.
And it's only with those two consonants?
Yeah. Usually it's hay, hef, iron, any of these. Sometimes hay, there's quarter plata, sometimes before hay, hef.
I noticed you spell things a little different in here. Is that because there's other ways to spell the words?
Which one?
Like olive. They use an F in here and then.
Like you use Fab Farm, you know.
Right, but you had hef instead of het, which, I mean, that's just, is
Yeah,
that
that's a
in other
different-
books, you
yeah.
might see it spelled
Yeah.
different as well,
Yeah.
and I just need to be able to recognize that, okay?
Yeah, that's correct.
I won't look at other books though.
Yeah, don't look at other books.
Interesting.
They're not inspired. So, quiescent aleph, it's another fancy word for aleph being quiet. Quiescent aleph. When aleph occurs without a vowel, it is quiescent, as in the word hat, ta'at. Okay, so in order to see how it works, we have to write out the word sin. This is the word for sin. Hatta'at. And that's where we just kind of make this into a glottal. It kind of becomes a little unclear whether it follows the tau, whether it precedes it, whether it's in the middle of that double sound, but that's how it's pronounced, with a glottal stop. And then you just continue with the last letter. Second rule for quiescent aleph. When aleph is quiescent, it is not considered to be a consonant with a reference to the rules of syllabification. Because the rules of syllabification say what? Every consonant should follow by a vowel. So if there's no vowel under aleph, it is not considered to be a consonant. Is that clear?